Today we'll compare all sniper rifles that we have in our game. In my tier list I put them in such order: M24, Ultima Ratio, G22 with M2010, Hackett 2, and A115. First of all, let's start from M24 and Ultima Ratio. There are two main differences between these two weapons. First of all, that M24 doesn't have access to suppressors, when Ultima Ratio does it as well, but it has a barrel with integrated suppressor. And additionally, M24 doesn't have mag. So reloading happens through ammo boxes. If we compare barrel with integrated suppressor and M24, we will see that difference is not really that big. It's only about like 300 feet. So because of access to suppressors, faster reload, and also pretty big mag, Ultima Ratio will be a better option than M24. Next we're moving to G22 and M2010. Both of them are pretty the same. Compared to Ultima Ratio, they have better range, better velocity, faster reload time in both categories. The only advantage that Ultima Ratio has is that it has bigger max size, which takes the same two slots in your inventory like max of M2010 and G22. But actually it's not really a big advantage because your inventory will probably look like this. You will carry like 4 or 5 max of sniper rifle, and other slots will be taken by ammo boxes. So it's not really a big advantage of Ultima Ratio. Talking about G22 and 2010 differences, G22 has slightly better range and velocity. In the same time, M2010 has faster rate of fire, faster partial and empty reload time, and it doesn't have one-tap potential. Even though you can see that it has 100 damage in body, it still doesn't one-tap. Talking about the maximum distances, the difference is not really big, so because of faster reload time and faster rate of fire, M2010 deserves to be on the same level with the sniper rifle. And next year we have Hackett 2, but we're gonna look at it later. Now let's look at A110-15. I heard many times that G22 is the best sniper rifle in this game, but actually it's not. So people just look at numbers of muzzle velocity and range, and that's all. It's the best sniper rifle in this game. Now let's compare it normally. All characteristics that we can see here, they are absolutely the same, but there is one big difference between these two sniper rifles, is the damage. Let's look at their maximum distances. Both of them have one-tap potential on distance more than 3000 feet. Talking about body damage, L115 has much bigger range of one-tap in body and pretty big difference in arms damage. And it's not all differences about damage. As you can see, G22 has 149 damage in head and L115 has 165 damage. And that's exactly their main difference. Right now we have 4 NPCs which have 150 HP. This one have 155, but still pretty close. And other 3 of them have 115. And because of that, 115 will be able to one-tap additionally for enemies, while G22 won't be able to do that. So now let's make small conclusion. L115 has much bigger distance of one tap in body part, bigger distance or 4 shots in arms part, and additionally it can one tap for enemies. And what do we get from G22 in return? Just a little bit faster velocity, only like by 70 points. You might say also something about range, but let me show you one thing. Right now we are on distance almost about 3000 feet. We can see my second account. Now let's put maximum graphics. In options menu, render distance is high. And now let's try to go further. And as you can see, starting from 3000 feet, I won't be able to see players. Same goes with NPCs. If I try to spawn some NPC, for example, I won't be able to see NPCs as well. So there is no sense of this range because you won't be able to shoot on such distances. So the only good thing that G22 has is slightly better velocity by 70 points, and that's all. And many people were saying that this sniper rifle is the best. And the last weapon that we're gonna look at is Hackett 2. In my tier I put them between these two weapons that we compared right now. If we compare to L115, L115 has better rate of fire, better ADS time, better partial and full reload, and also L115 is more ammo efficient, since Hackett 2 max take 4 slots in your inventory. In the same time, Hackett 2 is able to one-tap 200 HP enemies, but you don't meet them too often. Mostly you will meet enemies with something like 150 HP or less. So it's not really a big advantage, and in this case, because L115 is much more comfortable to use, and because you don't meet 200 HP enemies too often, it will be a better option than Hackett 2. Meanwhile, if we compare Hackett 2 to G22, difference about rate of fire, ADS and reloads is the same, but at the same time, difference of how many NPCs you can one-tap with Hackett 2 compared to G22 is too big, so it definitely doesn't deserve to be in the same tier. Talking about PvP, if for some reason you want to use sniper rifle, I would still recommend a 115 because compared, for example, to G22, since the maximum distance in PvP is 249 feet, G22 distance is not enough for this, so a 115 will be a better choice since it will be able to one-tap on all distances in body. And additionally, I think it's worth to mention Hackett too, because it needs only 2 shots for kill, but in the same time we have really slow ADS time, really slow partial and full reload. So overall, the sniper is not really comfortable to use, but in the same time, you need only 2 shots for kill. But still, I wouldn't recommend to use sniper rifles in PvP. It's much better to use some DMR, for example, even though DMR are not the best as well. Also, I decided to change my tier list a little bit. I moved to 115 and hack it much higher, because they have pretty big range of NPCs which they can kill with one shot. However, other sniper rifles will stay in the same place, because it's not really worth to use them since they one-tap not many types of enemies. If you found this video useful, leave a like and some comment, it helps a lot with video promotion. Join my Discord server with builds and tier list. If you really like my content, you can support me on Boosty, and see you next time.